Women of Reddit, what are things men write on their dating profiles that are instant deal breakers? When men list making $, $, under profession. I don't understand, are they printing out counterfeit bills? Late to the party, but I have seen so many guys put things like RIP Grandma 6. 2. 17. Yes. Tinder is totally the place to remember your deceased grandmother. Anything that insinuates you're too good to be on, insert dating site here. If you were really too good for Tinder, you wouldn't be on Tinder. Who's gonna be my ride or die? If I see I Can Be Your Redneck Romeo one more time. Also, hearing about their ex bad breakup. Or if I read your profile and like what I see, I may reply to your message. Chill out there, narcissist Ned. Not on the profile. But when they MSG you out of nowhere and the first thing they say is "Essul." I legitimately had a guy MSG me. I want to shoot in your mouth as a first MSG. Never saw or heard from the guy before, and that's how he thinks it would be appropriate to start a conversation. I mean, really. Edit. Godo our family our ball ass grind our gains our goals on HMU. Close bracket. For you geezers. IOR. Get at me. Just chill in HMU. A list of images I'm supposed to decipher that explain who you are. 420 is my middle name, not against it. Just don't care for it emo. I'm really 19, not sure why it says 26 haha. Close bracket. Edit. Oh. And I just saw one that simply says, my dick is 9, I'll prove it. 420 is my middle name, not against it. Just don't care for it emo. I don't care for people whose entire personality is smoking. I actually am dating my current girlfriend from Tinder and her bio was I'm actually 74, no idea why it says 21, and I responded with wow you look absolutely horrendous for a 74-year-old. We've been dating 2 years. Too many images. Have usernames like Big Dick 34 or like Stoic. What about Little Kid Lover? That way people will know exactly where my priorities are at. Putting a quote in their bio about how most women are crazy and how he's looking for a woman who isn't crazy. Complaining about exes on the profile is a big deal breaker for me. Bad grammar. Saying you like to party as if that's your favorite hobby. That weird review thing they do like best guy ever, the Times or something. Ask me. I've been seeing a lot of the word sapiosexual lately. I get that it's probably used with the best of intentions. But to me it comes across as pretentious. I'm an alpha. I'm an omega. Why? Because I'm probably your last choice. Edit. Any better? Changed it back. Sounded kinda like a serial killer. Okay, I made my profile bio around this thing. PM me for the most cringeworthy edgelord thing you will ever see. Edit 2. It doesn't work. Okay, I haven't seen this yet, but when guys take a picture of themselves where the camera is angled up at their face from their lap. Question mark? Nothing is more unattractive than a guy's sudden double chin and uninterested glare. It's the worst angle for anyone. It's the same look women get if they look up while giving a blowjob. It's not the best way to show off your face. Guys. They just want you to know what they look like when you're giving them head. They're just trying to be considerate. Gosh. My truck is the most important thing in the world. Bye. Leaving it blank is the worst. I'm also sick of guys looking for a partner in crime. Don't say it unless you really mean it. I'm a 39 SWM. Looking for a partner in crime. I am seeking to rob the First National Bank on Market Street at 7th Ave. I need someone who has a steady hand and who can drive stick. After that I plan to commit insurance fraud. If you are good with computers, let's bilk some old ladies out of their money. Asterisk. Edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. No drama all eyes. My kid comes first. You don't like that. Tough. So hostile. Blank profiles. Profiles that make it clear you are deeply full of yourself. Ones with shirtless mirror photos. Edit. Whoa. First comment over 10k upvotes. Thanks. All. Text talk or incorrect spelling. The shirtless pic of you in your bathroom mirror. The group picture with no indication of who you are. I'll assume you are the least attractive person in that picture and you are trying to use your more attractive friends to get me to click on your profile. Frequently that seems to be the case. That irritates me since it feels like you are trying to pull a bait and switch. Edit. So apparently the group thing is something women are also guilty of. I'm sure it is irritating regardless of gender. That being said, a group picture is fine so long as it is not your main picture or the only picture of you that exists on the profile. Really any list of people you don't want to date. It just makes you look like an asshole. Just filter out who you don't want. Admittedly I haven't been single in 2 years so I'm not sure if men are still doing that. But if they are, stop it. About me. Just ask. Likes. IDK. Lots of stuff lol. Either that. Or I'm a true gentleman just looking for a real lady. Self-proclaimed gentlemen are usually damaged doormats. Or wish reality was like TV 1950s. But the worst, the actual worst, only reveal themselves after you start messaging. The ones who make you carry the whole conversation. They never ask questions. Even when they were the ones who initiated. And they give one sentence answers. The worst. I'm a guy and if a girl isn't asking questions back I'm out. That's not my dog. Disappointment in one sentence. Looking for my queen. FCK off with that. Why you on Grindr? Claiming to be looking for someone who isn't shallow or superficial. Then listing all the physical traits you have to have, e.g. no fatties. Must have at least C-cup breasts. Edited. My biggest beef with this one is not listing a physical trait that you don't desire. It's the hypocrisy of expecting others to overlook your shortcomings while refusing to overlook theirs. Usually if a guy has to say he is X, he isn't really. Nice guy's the most obvious. But also alpha. Down to earth. Laid back. And smart. Also, you might be surprised how many guys out and out say in their profiles that they don't read. When I was single, I actually found this really helpful in weeding guys out. I have nothing against occasional pot smoking. But if a guy makes his whole dating profile about 420, I'm gonna pass. I don't smoke. So it would be too much of a lifestyle incompatibility if smoking vaping is his defining interest. After reading this, I found out I'm doing a pretty good job with my dating profile and I do the conversation thing pretty well too. It's too bad I'm ugly. Edit. Thank you for the gold. Kind stranger. First time ever. I like Reddit notifications on trending posts. There's a question box you can check on OkCupid that says there are scenarios in which someone could be owed SX. Anyone checks it? Immediate no. Edit. I'm most turned off by men that have a very specific set of rules or priorities. It makes it sound like they're saying this is the space in my life that you are expected to fill. Don't deviate from this. I was most attracted to a man that had a profile that described himself humbly and with humor. I was also very drawn to the profile picture with a big friendly smile. It felt like he was showing me his authentic self. Getting married next year. Is writing the following line on my dating profile an instant deal breaker? My hobbies are binge watching anime and playing JRPGs. I'm asking for a friend. I actually think that'd appeal to a certain population. Way better to be upfront about it in my opinion. There's Zulresum registered sign. I had one guy say he had a 10-inch cock. Was down for cuffs. And loved to eat ass. Next. Also I hate the term sapious Zul. I like intelligent people. But you sound like a pompous ass if you're using sapious Zul. Looking for a woman to spoil. If I had $1 for every time the word adventure was used. Let's go on an adventure. No. How about when they write hope I've piqued your interest? Nope nope nope. For pictures. When all of your Tinder pictures are with other girls or poor attempts to crop your ex out. Edit. I'm taking about every single photo here people. Either A, you have no good pictures of yourself without your ex. Which is a frequent case unfortunately. B, you are trying to portray yourself as being able to get a lot of girls. So you deliberately post pictures of yourself with only groups of girls. Anything along the lines of just tired of games or looking for someone who is real. You sound like a Winnie person who has some serious baggage. I'm a nice guy. I don't understand why women don't like nice guys. Ditto about guys claiming they are intelligent and then saying women don't like intelligent guys. I bet most people looking at this thread are single men taking advantage of a whole list of things not to do. Edit. Probably just a single guy reaffirming all the things I don't do and picking some stuff up to use in real life. Some of this shit is really funny. Though. On OKC. If they answer a question with a certain answer but find it unacceptable if the match answers the same way. For example. If he answers that one night stands are okay. But it isn't okay if she answers that as well. Like. The FCK. Or if they have kids. I'm probably more awesome than you. A friend wanted to know why he was never getting girls. This was on his page. I told him if I saw this I'd see it as a major red flag and indication of negging to come. Recently saw a few gems. Don't say hi or hey there. I don't answer to that. Okay. Well then shall I just start halfway into a conversation without introducing myself? WTF do you want someone to say? I bet you think you're a 10. You're not. You are just average. Swipe left. We should skip all of this and just meet at the alley motel. I pray that has never worked for him. Not paying for any of your shitty on the date. Independent and can pay my own way in life but way to show me you are not a gentleman at all. Christian and family man. God above everything. Must have big tits. I mean. I deleted the app after this. Dating is tough. Thank God for wine. Sorry for formatting. Man here. Fluent in sarcasm. I think this one's unisex. Translation. I'm not funny. But I've convinced myself that the reason nobody laughs at my jokes is that they're just too intellectual and edgy for a mainstream audience. I'm also put off by a huge wall of favorites. Maybe this isn't as much of an issue in the Tinder age. I've been out of the game for a couple of years, but I used to see a ton of guys who would list like 200 favorite movies or bands. It's a good sign that he's going to spend the whole day going on and on about things that you absolutely must see, read, listen to, and describing the plots of movies you've never seen in excruciating detail. It's fun to get recommendations every now and again. But pop culture is no substitute for having your own personality. Pictures with multiple people. Unless you are after a gangbang, you are just going to disappoint me when I find out you're not the hot one. Men of Reddit. How many of you deleted your shirtless selfies and fixed the URS in your profile after reading this thread? Not into weird stuff. Probably most definitely is into weird stuff. Confuse your and your. Confuse there. I think it's hilarious that 40+ guys are reporting they don't have kids but want them in the future. They clearly are interested in women that are 10 years their junior. Swipe left. I also read. No drama. It leads me to believe if you have to state you don't want drama, your life is already filled with it. Swipe left. When did so many men become near professional athletes? So many talented mountain bikers, triathletes, yogis, extreme marathoner, ski, hike, etc. I get tired just reading the profile. Swipe left. Male. Age 52 searching for women. Age 22-30. Ick. Why does every 1 out of 4 profiles from the ladies include something to the effect of I probably swiped right because of your dog? I understand most people Especially ladies. Love dogs. But could you put some more original thought into your profile? I'm a down-to-earth young professional. No you aren't. Not a woman, but I'm sure this one isn't gender exclusive. I love to laugh. No shti? Bummer. I was really hoping to find my female Ben Stein. It's like saying I'm a nice guy. If you can't think of enough about yourself that you feel the need to point out something you share with literally 99.9% of humanity, you're probably really boring. Likes, music, movies. My Christian mingle. Com profile simple states. I'm 6'3". STD free. No condoms. It has worked out pretty well. I'm still 6'3" and I still don't use condoms. Cigarette smoking. Anything that hints that they just want a sexual encounter and not a relationship. Make America great again. Hats. I don't really care what your political leanings are. But I haven't met someone I actually get along with who has bought and wears that hat. Strange photo filters. Ones that you probably used on MySpace to be edgy. It comes off strange and it makes me feel like you got too much time on your hands. Gang signs. Photos surrounded by a bunch of women. If ladies are always around you, why are you on a dating site? This all just me and under the terms that I'm looking for an actual relationship, not a hookup. I used to hate it when they had a weight requirement and they had a beer gut. And man boobs bigger than my natural womanly boobs. One guy who once copy pasted the same creepy message. Don't remember the contents as this was many years ago. To me and a friend complained about high standards bitches on his profile. He didn't like me calling out his copy paste thing, so he called me another high standards bitch. General life pro tip. Don't refer to women by derogatory names on a dating site profile. My kids are my life. Well, I would f***ing hope so. It's the exact same phrase on 90% of profiles. I Tindered for a while recently and came across one that told me he was a gigolo. With pics and facet paints to match. Needless to say. Nothing. I rarely say much of anything in my bio. One time I only wrote might be a rapist, still got matches. Clearly you are following the first two rules. I'm not going to write everything here. You should just message me to really get to know me. Bro. There are hundreds of you. You have to give me a snippet. I can't message all the hundreds of guys trying to figure out simple things. And then so many of them turn into an angry man child if you find something that means you're simply not compatible. I seriously don't understand the logic behind this. You are setting yourself up for failure. There's just not enough time in the day. My wife said. Honestly, I saw this once. God and Jesus are my life. Looking for my future helpmate. If you think you're strong and independent, keep moving. Women like that will never submit to their godly husbands as the Bible commands. On the other end of the spectrum, some guy messaged me to tell me that he would carry on a conversation with me, but my belief in a higher power shows a lack of intelligence on a deep level that can't be fixed. Then why the FCK would you message me at all? Guns. Dead animals. Confederate flags. Any mention of being an avid gamer. Lack of punctuation in the profile. Also, lying about your age. So many 18-20-year-olds worm their way into my 21-30 age settings. I want to be able to take my date to a bar. If they say they were in a frat. I do not like frat daddies. Annoying with annoying friends. Okay. I'm sure there are some decent fraternity people. But I do not plan on finding them. Adios brochachos. Stupid selfies. I dated a guy from a Tinder that made the dumbest faces whenever he sent a selfie to me. Every single time. He always looked like he was confused and eating a lemon. Anything that insults women or implies they see themselves as above the majority of women on there. That might be the case, doubtful, but just swipe away if you're not interested. Where are the nice girls on here? Duck faces and poses need not apply. Sick of girls on here who aren't genuine. Etc. Tinder. Their height. Nothing at all. OkCupid. Looking for a partner in crime. Call themselves a feminist. R4R. Post is very exact. Either for sex or a relationship. I'm 5 feet 6 but identify as 6 feet 2. Maybe it's because of my advanced age, late 30s. But most of the men wait until we are on our first date before admitting that they are actually older than what they stated on their profile. I even state clearly on my profile for men to not message me if they are lying about their age. Don't waste our time. Sheesh. Okay, I read through the whole thing and my profile doesn't do any of this garbage. I have a full, original profile. I read others' profiles before messaging them and it's never a hey. It's always a personalized message with something I believe they'll give a shit to hear based on their profiles, of which are too often empty or basic. An original garbage. Yet I still have about a 2% response rate and the overwhelming majority of those are single messages then eternal silence. What gives? I don't want to say oh it's just because I'm ugly but I keep creeping towards that excuse more and more. I wonder if I got this as a notification because Reddit knows I'm single AF. Typos. You're trying to show your best self. Women of Reddit. Do you really want undesirables to have this information? We all know undesirables don't use Reddit. I'm a nice guy. If you truly are, you shouldn't have to write it. It's an immediate red flag for me. Comments. Derogatory about their expectations for women's bodies. No fatties. No pigs. If you weigh more than. Just swipe left now. Etc. Guy here. I've stopped telling girls I have a bird until they come over. It's crazy how many girls' Tinder profiles talk shitty about guys with birds. He's a rescue from a breeder hoarder. I've had him since he was 8 and I was 11. I won't get rid of him. I'm the only one he's ever liked. He's probably cleaner than your animal as he bathes himself every time I give him new water in his bowl. People think it's weird. But I think it's weird when people let dogs lick their face. I have nothing against other animals at all. But I hate it when people have something against mine.